Awards and the International Jurists Awards. Differing theories and the current ongoing debates do not permit a legal jurist definition of what the rule of law means internationally. However, the concept in simple terms translates itself to mean not only the need to abide by the rule book, but also the need to guarantee that while the rule is being interpreted, the law should not be seen as unjust, inequitable, discriminatory, and arbitrary. These principles have guided many democratic nations in their efforts to establish responsible and responsive governing systems. In fact, a democratic form of government must have its foundations on a rule of law that advocates the absence of arbitrary power, equality before law, and protection of individual liberties. The Constitution of India provides a powerful framework for the protection and enforcement of basic rights of the individual and rejects the arbitrary use of power. Its provisions reflect a commitment to promote the rule of law. Article 14 of the Indian Constitution specifically provides for equality before law and the equal protection of the laws. Parliament and the state legislatures are democratically elected on the basis of adult suffrage. There is independence of judiciary and the power of judicial review. All these provisions together constitute a firm commitment to the rule of law. We recently celebrated the 60th year of our independence. It marked a long journey in realizing our constitutional goals and democratic aspirations. We can be sufficiently proud of our unwavering commitment to function on the basis of the rule of law. We as Indians are also proud of our achievements in education, science and technology, agriculture, industry, and commerce. However, there are still a large number of people living below the poverty line. What does social and economic justice mean to them? As Mahatma Gandhi wished, could we contribute to wiping a tear from every ear or an eye at a time? While I am fully aware of the service rendered by the higher judiciary in India in upholding the rule of law, I believe lawyers and jurists can contribute much more in helping the needy who knock on the doors of justice. Clearly, a country with the size and magnitude of India, there remain many challenges in providing social justice as well as justice to the marginalized sections of our society. High cost of judicial remedy is a cause of concern that needs rectification. Alternative dispute settlement systems need to be encouraged. We need to reinforce our efforts for a better implementation of the rule of law, particularly for the disadvantaged sections of society. People should be made aware of their substantive legal rights as well as legal codes which can be approached for the enforcement of their rights. Awareness campaigns will be important in educating people. Again, while awareness is the first step, it alone is not enough. People must believe that the enforcement of their right is possible and that they will get remedies. Public perception of legal institutions is crucial in this regard. Courts should make procedures as simple as possible for persons to gain access to it. Even though free legal aid is guaranteed for the weaker sections of society, it should be recommended that the quality of legal aid plays a very important role. Creative solutions to this problem will have to be thought of. The basic postulate of the rule of law, that justice should not only be done, but it must also be seen to be done, is a constant reminder of the high standards that must be maintained in delivering justice. In this context, sometimes justice is delayed can become justice denied, and hence the need to ensure speedier disposal of cases. While it is seen that the concept of rule of law at the domestic and national level excludes arbitrariness and calls for administrative accountability, at the international level it assumes different connotations. The United Nations is currently discussing the rule of law at the national and international levels. An understanding of the rule of law among states cannot simply mean effectiveness of laws as seen at the domestic levels. It would require adherence and respect for international law as well as undertaking obligations established by the Charter of the United Nations and other international instruments in good faith. Some of the basic principles governing international relations that are enshrined in the UN Charter, such as sovereignty, equality of states, prohibition of the use of force, and protection of basic human rights, have to be adhered by all nations. In present times, challenges of the rule of law also include problems of international terrorism, a global economic order that does not have adequate representation in international financial institutions for developing countries, weapons of mass destruction, transnational crimes, drugs, trafficking of individuals, money laundering, etc., to name a few. In international conflict situations in many parts of the world, children and women who constitute the weaker sections of society are subject to innumerable hardships. Many parts of Asia and Africa are still experiencing drought, famine, disease, and malnutrition. In today's world, we need to focus on the real purpose of the rule of law and structures of governance, which is to uphold human dignity, encourage broad-based growth, and develop accountable systems. I am sure this International Conference of Jurists will provide an excellent opportunity to debate and discuss better means and methods of upholding the rule of law and providing justice to the common man. I wish you good luck and success in your deliberations and declare this conference open. Thank you. Jai Hind.
And now, more appropriately, I call upon Mr. Narayanasamy to deliver his vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, the President of India, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri K.G. Balakrishnan ji, His Lordship, Chief Justice of England and Wales, Lord Phillips, Honorable Dr. A.S. Anand, former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Minister of State for Law and Justice, Sri K. Venkatapati ji, Honorable Fernando Pombo, President, International Bar Council of India, Honorable Gopakumar Nair ji, Sri Adish Agarwala, Honorable Judges of various High Courts, Honorable Milan Banerjee, Honorable Members of the Bar, honorable diplomats and friends. I deem it as a privilege to propose vote of thanks. You all know our Honorable President of India is also from the legal fraternity. As a lawyer and also as the minister in Maharashtra government, as member of parliament, as deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha, and as a governor in Rajasthan, and as a president of India, our honorable president has been upholding justice and rule of law. Madam, you have taken your valuable time and you have been with us. It is a memorable moment for all of us, not only the delegates who came from India and also from abroad. And once again, I thank the Honorable President of India for addressing us and blessing all of us for the successful conference. I also wholeheartedly thank Honorable Chief Justice of India, Sri K.G. Balakrishnan, for his valued address on rule of law and giving message to the people of this country on the administration of justice. I also equally thank His Lordship Chief Justice of England and Wales, Lord Phillips, for his inspiring address. We also greet him for his august presence in our midst today. I thank Justice Dr. A.S. Anand, the former Chief Justice of India, who has been as a Chief Justice and also in various high courts, upholding rule of law in our country and delivering valued judgments. I thank Honorable Minister of State, who is from the adjoining state and who has been in the legal profession for a long time, not only as a good friend, as a lawyer and as a legal luminary. He has been inspiring people for the purpose of upholding rule of law. I thank Honorable Fernando Pombo, President International Bar Association, for his valued address, and Gopakumar Nair for his august presence here. The essential characters of rule of law is codified as follows: supremacy of law, law based on standards and importance of the procedure, restriction on the exercise of discretionary power, human rights in the 21st century, need for uniform global standard on legal education, alternate dispute resolution mechanism, how far it will be successful, business models for law firms, management, broadcasting rights and the law, access to justice, censorship versus freedom of expression, right to higher education and responsibility of the states. The delegates who are here, they are going to deliberate on it at a lengthier way in various their conclaves. Therefore, finally, I thank all the organizers, especially my colleague, Sri Adish Agarwala, the President, International Council of Jurists, who is the spirit behind this organization, conference, and the media friends, and all the delegates who have taken their time and come to join us in this August thank. Thank you very much. Thank all of you.
Please rise for the national anthem.